Hey, hi all. How you guys doing? So, in this video, we will learn jQuery introduction, and then we'll understand what is jQuery, why do we need jQuery, what could be the syntax of it, and then how to download and how to integrate jQuery in our HTML pages. So, let's start with some introduction. So that will be a brief info. So what is jQuery? jQuery is actually a JavaScript library which is built on top of JavaScript, and then it is fast, small in size, and then lightweight, and it is kind of feature rich library. It is actually designed to simplify client side scripting, and then traversing DOMs, DOM manipulation, animation, right? And then using Ajax to call APIs, right, in a simpler way, like how we were going to call APIs using fetch in JavaScript. So here jQuery has provided us Ajax through which we can uh, simplify the calling of APIs. So why jQuery, right? So jQuery is actually a lightweight, then it has a shorter syntaxes to element selections, then the DOM manipulations also. So they have created a small methods for DOM manipulation. Then event handling also, it is very easy to handle events in jQuery. It is very easy to animate in elements using jQuery, and it actually supports cross browser. Okay, and whatever we write in using jQuery, it supports in cross browsers. It supports dependencies, and then it actually runs our code in older versions of browsers, and cross platform. It doesn't mean that if the website is running on Mac and it will not run on Windows, so it will run in all platforms, and it doesn't matter whether the browser is lower version or higher version. So what could be the syntax of it, right? So we'll try and understand selecting an event and attaching an event listener using JavaScript first, and then we'll convert it into jQuery. But before that, you know to download it, right? So you just need to search for jQuery CDN, and then click on this first link, and then go for the minified version. Okay, so the bundling and minification, right? So we will learn those in our upcoming videos. uh, we're gonna make videos on Angular, React.js, then Next.js, right, Vue.js. So there we will learn using webpacks, right? And then bundling and minifications of our application, building our applications. So we will learn those things in our upcoming videos. So for now, you just need to download the minified version of it. So once you click on that, right, so it will show up this model dialog. So you just need to click on this copy to clipboard button. Once you click on that, the script tag along with the source will gets copied, and then you just need to paste it in your HTML code inside the head tag. Okay, so you can look how I already done it. And then here you go, right? So jQuery will gets integrated in your application. So I can show you by inspecting it, right? So you just need to go to the sources tab, right? So once you reach to the sources tab, uh, you will see this ajax.googleapis.com, and then inside that you will see jQuery min.js, which is loaded, right? So this is the CDN. So it will load the minified version of jQuery, right? So now we'll understand the syntax of it. So I will go to index.js file, and here you can see this is the document.ready function, right? So it has dollar sign, and then in the parentheses we need to mention the document and then the ready function, and this ready function will take an function as an argument. So we need to invoke that function, and inside that function, right, so we need to write that function. So this is the arrow function, and then inside that we need to select an element, right? So let's try with the JavaScript first, and then later on I'll tell you like how we can convert it in jQuery. So I'll add just one event on load, and I'll call the load function. So I'll define the load function first. So function load, right? And now here I'll create a variable, and I'll use document.getElement by ID, and we need to pass the ID of the element, right? So this is the ID of that element, and then container dot inner HTML, right? So inner HTML would be, so whatever we have wrote over here, right? So this could be the inner HTML of it, right? So now I'll comment this out. You can see no difference, right? So just difference is we have used JavaScript over here instead of jQuery. So now how to convert this, right? So by converting this, right? So first of all, we need to get rid of this onload, right? So we don't need that onload, because for the onload we are using document.ready over here. Okay. So this is the document.ready function, and then we'll see we are actually taking that element reference using this function. So this is the ID selector of it, right? So we will learn the ID selector in deep in next video, but for now I'm showing the syntax. So for the sake of syntax, you just need to understand we are using dollar, then in the parenthesis we are adding the ID of it using the hash selector, then we are calling HTML function of it. Instead of inner HTML, we are calling HTML function, and then adding whatever HTML we have, right? So it doesn't matter whether it has an HTML or a normal text, right? So instead of doing this, let's take a button, right? So we have a button on this, right? So I need to add a click event handler of this for handler for that button. So in JavaScript, how we were doing, right? So if I comment this, and let's take an instance of this that button. So btn is equal to document.getElement by ID, right? So this is the button. I just need to copy the ID and then paste it over here. Then btn.add event listener, right? So this is the click event listener I am adding. Then the arrow function, and here I simply console log something like this, right? So when the browser refreshes, so let me call this on onload function. So on the onload event, I'm calling this load, right? So now if I inspect, and if I go to console, if I click on this, right, so you can see the test is getting printed, right? So instead of this, all these lines, right? So instead of writing all these lines, what I can do, I can just simplify this using jQuery. First of all, I need to get rid of this. Using jQuery in the document.ready function, I'll just use dollar, then hash, right? So whatever the ID of that button is, I just need to paste it over here. Then I will call the click function, right? So instead, inside click function, I need to pass a function. So inside that function, I just need to write this console.log, and you can see I can still click on that button, right? So this is what jQuery is. So this is the basic syntax, and inside every HTML file, we need to write down this, right? So this is the, you know, jQuery, also provides us some plugins. So we can just download those plugins and we can init those plugins into this function. So this function is very useful for various purposes, right? So if you want to do something on before ready of that HTML document, or on ready state of that HTML document, you can make use of this function. And then the normal thing, right? So just finding a button, adding a click event handler to it, and then passing a function. So whenever you click on that button, this function will get triggered, and this console.log will get printed over there, right? So this is how jQuery is, right? Very simple and very easy to use, and very easy to learn as well. So in the next video we will learn how we can use the ID selector in very deep, right? For this video, it's just an introductory video. And if you like the video, right, so if you like the video, just hit like button on it. If you want to share this video to your friends, you can share this video. And do not forget to subscribe to channel and hit the bell icon, for new notifications. So thanks all guys, have a good day.